Hey, Bob, Joe, and Kevin. See, I'm on time tonight. I didn't slack this week. I'll let everybody pour in here. And just making sure I killed my phone out. And Keith, what is up, brother? Let me know if that link is okay now. Hopefully it worked better with the Gmail account. Blake, how are you, sir? And let me know about the audio. It should be okay, but just double checking. Oh, you heard me. Working on it. Mr. Corey, how are you, sir? Nice to see you for a change. I appreciate you stopping in. And Mike and Jay, I'm glad to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I really do. I hope you're okay with that snow today. And Bill and Gary and Darren, maybe possibly Kendall and Oliver and Callahan. And audio's good. Decided my brakes don't need rebuilt yet. That's actually a good thing. I mean, means you're not spending money. Joe, first one here time for you, and welcome aboard. I'm glad to have you. And Smoke, had to hit the thumbs up button first. I appreciate that. We got 24 with 11 likes, so please hit the like button, folks, please. And Joe said, sounds good. Hello, Darren. Mark, how are you? Welcome in. And Alida, how are you, my dear? Yes, staying warm so far. We didn't lose power yet. And Chris, what is up, brother? And James, I actually brought you and Sue up, James, in the video for the cost of restoring a Beetle. I don't know if you caught that. And Blake, I have everything but the cylinders. Whenever I make my next order, I'll get the cylinders. Yeah, buy good quality there, brother. But I'm sure you know that, you know. And Ricky and Scott, who is Pappy, and 12 likes and 33 watching. Yeah, we got now 42 and 23. So we definitely need the like button hit to get that algorithm up so people know this video is out there. When you hit the like button, YouTube shares it so people know it's there. That's what it's all about. I'm going to get the German ones. Yeah, check Wolfsburg West for the German ones. That's what I did. Well, I only have them on the back now, but you'll thank yourself when you stop. How much snow did you get? To tell you the truth, I'm not sure. I cleaned twice today. I'll clean a third time tomorrow. I'm guessing we probably had to get at least 16 to 18 inches. So, but we had a big one back in 93. I'm kind of used to this stuff. It doesn't really faze me much. If you panic, you can't focus. So Heather watched me while she was in her cozies and slippers out the window. That was very thoughtful. Gamer, how are you? Jackson's Garage, what is up, brother? I want to thank you and Heather again for my stickers and magnet. You're very welcome, Alita, and thank you for being a help all the time. I really, really appreciate that very much. I do. No, not yet, but we watch it. I've been working on placing a oil cooler on our Jeep. Do you got the 3.6, James? I'm guessing. But yeah, watch it when you get time. I brought you guys up. You'll see when you watch it straight through. Why I couldn't find you guys. Hello and good night, all. Uh-oh. You going to bed, Dave? Uh-oh. That was quick. But Dave was, well, Dave don't live too far from me, so he got hit as hard as I did. Possibly a little harder, maybe. And Neil, what is up? Thank you for hitting the like button. We're still lacking 14 likes. Shoot, we are at 3 inches of ice. Okay, that's bad. That's the bad part. Everybody says about the snow. It isn't always just the snow. It's the buildup of the ice that'll bring the lines down, sadly. May broke 80 degrees Fahrenheit today here in Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you, Smoke. You give me confidence that one day... No, you don't give me confidence. I was trying to think of something snappy, but good for you. You're lucky. Let me see. Got my wheels done. Dropped in the buddy shop for new tires. I'll show you them when I get them back. Yeah, please do. Did you go with the combination black and white? I know that's what you wanted to do. And Volkswagen Queen, hola, how are you tonight? And sorry about the gazebo. Oh, Heather must have put it public. Yeah, it took a poo-poo. So for the picnic this year, I got to have a new gazebo up before then. 3.2. Okay, I'm not familiar with that. My 3.6 oil cooler took a crap last year, and it's underneath the intake. I think engineers should have to work on what they design first, but that's just me, you know. Mike, what is up, brother? We're warm and safe. I held the fort down today. I mean, I'm not a soldier, but I did the best that I could. You know, everything's in good shape here. Auto. And now I'm here. Oh, okay. They've got crazy there and spun out of control for a second. So I bet the hill in front of your house is a nightmare in the snow. Believe it or not, Kevin, you would think, but man, they pre-treat this hill. It's one of their priorities, my street, because it's steep. They hammer that thing. My car will probably disintegrate from salt now, but it's always clean. I can't complain about that. Let me see here. Dawn, hi Slades, what's your swing axe video question? I have 1/2 pound torque wrench. There we go. And my foot-pound one lowest reading is 25 foot-pound. Convert foot to inch. What do you mean by that? Because the torque wrench with foot-pound, I always watch swing axle video. You should be on foot-pounds depending on what bolt you're turning on there. So I'm not sure which nuts or bolts that you're turning because I don't have the specs near me. So that's what I mean. Jim, what is up, Mr. Johnson? How are you? And hello, Volkswagen Queen. And Gary, hello. 70 bug engine runs great. No smoke, no usual sounds, but oil pressure light keeps coming on. Make sure that your sensor's not bad. Make sure the wire's hooked up good. We could go on and on here, you know what I mean? And make sure your idle's turned up high enough. It could be quite a few things when it comes to that. And Bandito, how are you? And Kevin, the cavalry was here many times. They took good care of the hill. They did. They really did. Oh, okay. Same design, Jim. I didn't know. Yeah, mine took a crap last year because my engine don't leak oil, and all of a sudden it threw up, you know, and I did that bumper-to-bumper warranty when I bought it, so I was like, huh, that was worth it. I should have had them change the plugs while they had it opened up, but I'll just do it myself, I guess. Serviceable parts under the intake, North Star nightmares. I never owned one, Schmuck, but I heard about that. I really have the North Star stuff. Yeah, I won't want to deal with that in all honesty. I left New York in 93 because of the cold. You left in 93. Wait, when we got hammered with 2 feet. I think Herman Corey, who's in here right now, he was in New York for a while. I'm not sure how long because he served the military for over 20 years and he was all over the place, but he was in New York too. And I think now he's down south in a state down there. I don't name people's location where they're at right now. I know Texas is not built for anything. Cold weather. People are sliding left and right. Best place to be is home. Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you're not used to this type of stuff, that's the best thing to do is stay in because you have your first responders out trying to get to people, you know. Bitbull purchased all the carpet door panels, headliner, 74. Got to be before the prices continue to go up. Although I hope prices don't continue to go up. I got June 1st and I'm done because the picnic's in July. And I got an announcement to make. I might as well say now. I was talking to Jason 5150 MX, if you're familiar with him. He's asking me the date. I got to give it to him in a few days. He may attend our club picnic. I told him to try to talk Musty One into coming, and that's a possibility. So I got to get everything ready for that picnic and get my car done and then do club members' cars. 86, but we're in Florida today. 30 is coming Tuesday. We probably have 3-1-1 winners until this is all over. Yeah, we're not done yet, Mike. It isn't over. Everybody thinks, oh, we got our big snow. We're done. No, this is just the appetizer at dinner. That's all this is. Hey, finally a bit sunny today. Makes a great show. Ice cream. Anyone else? Miss Heather Slade for me. The cow doggy. Good evening, Kitty. How you doing? Heather, it's good night. Sleep putting a sled down. Let me see here. Oh, we got 57 people already, but only 41 likes. Let me see. Make sure I always scroll back here to make sure I missed no one. Inch pounds and foot pounds are 2 different wrenches. Mine, I didn't know because he said inch pounds, but everything's pretty heavy foot pounds when it comes to the swing axle, unless it's the side cover on it. That's why I got confused a little. Joe said, I have almost watched all your videos with Maggie, my wife Diane and I both have Slades hoodies. Thank you, Joe, and thank you very much for buying merch. That really helps donate and go to the channel. And welcome aboard to both you and Diana. Thank you very much. We have Rod. How are you tonight, brother? You got 2 foot of snow. Yeah, we got hit pretty good. I cleaned twice, but I'm going to need a third run. I'll do it in the morning now. I don't feel like cleaning a third time today. Plastic Factory one dormant aluminum housing one, better quality to use aftermarket gaskets on it though. You know what? They did that. They wouldn't do the aluminum one for me at the dealer. They weren't allowed, which, okay, it's cool. I understand. So I know what I'll be doing later on my own when it takes a crapola, again. 39 likes, 53 watching. Yeah, we definitely need the like button smash, folks. Please just hit the X out of the chat, hit like, and come back into the chat. I really appreciate that. And Captain Jack Sparrow and Rick Davies, how are you guys tonight? And there we go. And hey, Joe, what body style? Seegers Rascal. Lots of snow in Springfield, Missouri. I think 3/4 of the United States got hit, in all honesty. Excuse me. In the winter, 88, 89, goes for West Germany. Big snow of the year. My 68 bug, pristine condition, handled it just fine on 4 inches of snow. Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. I'll call you D3W. They're a beast in the snow. Sometimes you just got to weigh the front end down a little bit. I used to throw sandbags in the front of mine when I was younger. And truthfully, I never got stuck. I just carried an ice scraper for the windshield and the inside. But honestly, these diesel heaters now, you throw them in, hit the remote, the car's warm when you get in. That's what I'm going to do to mine, honestly. Ron Rhodes, Mr. Carmen Gia, how are you tonight, brother? As soon as I see your name, I always think you're 10,000 original mile Carmen Gia. Oh, my goodness. I hope you bring it this year, to the picnic. Hoping we get more snow overnight so I can get my car out to work. Then I stay home and work in the garage. I'd like to go in the garage Tuesday, Jackson's garage. So I got to get my driveway all shoveled out because I have 2 driveways. The one in front of the house I cleaned today, but there's a lot in the driveway that's got the garage door blocked. So I'm going to have to get on that tomorrow too. I got to get my dashboard finished up. It's half done. And then I'm just merging the video all together. Hopefully folks watch that transformation from padded to metal dash. Foot pound is 1 pound of force and 12-inch lever, an inch pound of 1 pound at the end of the 1-inch lever. I just actually use I have an inch pound torque wrench too. It's a baby one. And I've used that before because sometimes my torque wrench, when I get down to like something that's 15 pound, it don't want to click. And I found out the hard way about that. Stuart, what is up? You're covered with ice in Louisiana. I hope you do not lose power, my friend, because that's the scary part is the ice. You got snow and we got cold weather. I'd rather have the cold weather. Number 1, it's easier to shovel 1 inch 15 times a day than shovel 15 inches once. Yeah, you're about right. Let me see here. What do we got? 48 likes, 59 watching. Now we got 49 watching and 50 likes. Somebody needs to retract that one. We'll catch up with them. The dealer did it myself, 20 minutes off. Not saying put new one on. Draining the antifreeze took the longest. I never tried one, James, so it's not that bad. And with the oil filter on that, is that an upgraded oil filter where it goes on? I've not worked on it yet. I've only had it a year and I haven't had to, and I hope it stays that way. But the aluminum one, I heard a lot of good stuff about. I watched a couple of YouTube clips on them. The 3.6 and that's supposed to go 300,000-400,000 miles as long as the rocker arm thing don't go bad. But then again, I heard that's not a horrible job either, I did decide that the white with the black, and scuff everything, paint white, and then do black. I wasn't thinking the first round and did black first. Oh, I know what you did, Blake, because I did that before many years ago, and I'm like, oh, crap. So if I was on YouTube, I would have, oh, crap, same thing. We got 4 inch snow yesterday and then warmed up today and it rained. Oh, Kevin, that's good, buddy. I wish that's what happened here. I got a flat roof on one side of my house and I'm shaking inside because there's a couple feet of snow sitting on it and that ain't going to melt off for a couple weeks. So I'm nervous. What can I put on my driveway? And I don't know, like, does homeowners cover that or do they say natural disaster? I don't know. So I'm really worried. What can I put on my driveway to help with the ice? We use salt here, honey. So I'm not sure like what you guys use there. But that's what we use here because you can be sure it will rust your car out, but it does work. Like a still in mine when I go on the highway. No snow here, thankfully. Yeah, even at 50 pounds helps out a little bit, in all sincerity, but Slade, I'm repairing my headliner. Good, I hope that video helps you. I glued a couple small patches that nobody's ever going to see, and I used the Rust-Oleum. Yeah, I've got a Rust-Oleum issue. And to tell you the truth, it come out beautiful. If it's real bad, then you got to replace it. I did a headliner video, thanks to Heather. But, you know, it's not that hard to refurbish them instead of, you know, having to remove. You've probably seen that video I did, I'm not sure, for the refurbish. Guess what? I am now getting a few flurries coming down. Oh, that's great, Alita. Hopefully it's a few and stays a few, in all sincerity. Nice and comfy 75 to Southwest Florida. Sorry for all your snow states. Blake's hammering it now. He's like, there, you feel colder? No, it takes the same filter, but I always use Wix. Oh, wait, James, I should have put that better. So the aluminum is a nice upgrade even. Does it still take the plastic filter housing? I worded that wrong, but I imagine it does. They've been changing oil for free at the dealer for me, so I think that time ran out, so I'll be doing that soon. I did the front and rear diff in a transfer case at 65,000 though, and the transmission, I have that 8-speed Z something, I forget what it's called. It's an 8-speed. I did that at 60,000 transmission fluid. So with this type of maintenance, hopefully I go for a long time. I'm only at 70,000 miles. My Heather loves that Grand Cherokee, though. It's her baby. You can have the cold weather. Minus 48? Wow. Okay, well, I guess 10 and 20 degrees here don't feel so bad to me, Captain Jack. Jeez. That just made me feel cold. Okay, let me catch up here. Where am I at? There we go. I use inch-pound Torx wrench for mainly oil drain wax, so 60 inch-pounds, which equals 5 foot-pounds, no issues. Yeah, I don't use my inch wrench that much, but when I get nervous, I do. We were lucky here up mostly sleet 2 to 3 inches. Well, that really isn't too bad, in all honesty. We got slapped pretty good here. Carol, what is up? How are you? Doing okay here? Are you safe, and are you okay? And that was my big thing of getting on here tonight, is checking on everybody, as odd as that sounds. Yes, if you put 100 inch-pounds on a boat requiring 100 foot-pounds, you're about 12 times less than when it's needed, and vice versa. And Scott said 16 inches here in Westmoreland County and still snowing. Oh, is it still snowing out? I couldn't tell. I kind of glanced out the window and it's dark. Oh, that's all I needed. Anyone use billet running boards? Curious of the fitment. If you look back on my videos, Jackson, there's a video where I painted the top of the billet running boards black. I wanted them to look nice, and the fitment was great. I did a video on that showing them. It was a while back on a red Beetle, and truthfully, I liked them because they were nice and strong. Not that people should be standing on them, but they do. Can't I feel you out until you warm up? Took Snowbibble out for a ride. Good evening, everyone, from Mr. Kevin Pearson. I hate putting salt in my driveway. So do I, brother. And I hope your day's going well. Ours was weird. I mean, we had a great time hanging out in the house. Heather did some crafts, stuff like that, redecorated the house. But I hope you're safe. I don't like putting salt on mine either. I have that blacktop driveway down the bottom. I have 2 different driveways. I really hate putting salt on it. And Sue, what is up? I'm glad you stopped in. I was just telling Jim to check the new video that's out because I brought you 2 up in it. I have a heat wave this evening, early 18 and 6. Ooh, gonna have a heat wave there, Kitty. I don't think that's a heat wave. Salt will damage concrete. Better to use sand or fire. Yeah, sand really does help. That does make a difference too. There's no doubt. I have an empty 1 3/4 sway bar, made a world difference. Highly recommended. You know what? I'm going to have to get one, but then I got bummed out because I realized I got a 2-inch narrowed beam, so I got to pay extra for the shorter sway bar. Ugh. Wow, they don't sell salt or sand? Are you kidding me? Wow, that's kind of weird. I could see maybe the salt, but they should have sand for you guys. Let me see here. Trying to see if I missed anything. And I did. Okay. And we have 63 people and 59 likes. So please smash the like button, folks. Side plate nuts are 22 foot-pound. Okay, yeah, you're going to have to switch over then for your torque wrench. I do them by hand, but I'm just so used to it. But switch over the torque wrench is what to do. And if I get in a bind sometimes and I can't think straight, I go into Google and put what is inch pounds compared to 22 foot-pounds, and boom, it tells me everything real quick. Not bad in Missouri, so Chris is safe in Missouri so far, which is a good thing. Sewing the holes in my headliner, and I might put vinyl patch. There you go. It's like I said, I showed spraying it with Rust-Oleum and what it went on like, the vinyl Rust-Oleum, and it went on great. It went on nice and thick. We saw your stain sword set up for snow and ice, all bridges, but everything between you and you're on your own. Oh yeah, and we're on our own to a point here. They do a pretty good job on our neighborhood, so I can't complain about that. But sometimes Route 30 near me, that's the state, so they kind of mess around. A plastic housing cap, it's an orange cap instead of a black one, but still plastic. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was hoping they went to something different, but I'd still rather have the aluminum oil cooler, to be honest, James. I'm glad you did that switch over. And Misty, how are you tonight? We're holding up here so far with almost a couple feet of snow, I guess maybe 16 to 18 inches. It's 18 degrees there. And Peggy, I love your channel, has been super helpful. Good, Peggy. I'm really glad. And thank you for stopping in here. I appreciate that. I'm glad the videos are helpful to you. April's G's at 105 to 2020 with 50,000 miles in less than 2 years. Wow, you're putting the miles on. Yeah, Kevin, watch with that transmission now if it's never been serviced. You're supposed to do them at 60, and I'm going to do mine at every 30, so just be careful with that part. We turned into a Jeep thing here for a minute. Dan Cabinet's crazy. Justin and Ashley, how are you, my dear friends? Snowing here, and they're about 40 minutes from me, give or take. They're out in the country, so they're getting a real snow, and I hope you guys are safe. I really, really do. Justin's the one I brought up in my Rust-Oleum video last week, because they bought me that attachment and shipped it to the house that you put in the Sawzall. Wow, what a game changer. Because when you're standing there shaking those cans up, and I got to do the whole car, thank you, Justin and Ashley. That is a game changer for me. It really is, and I truly mean that. Speaking of some plate nuts, when some plate nuts thing is stripped out, how would one fix that? Blake, post that on the thing so I don't have to get into big detail on here. But it's really not that hard to do, to be honest with you. And keep the motor turned up, normal, so you're reaching up to work on it so you don't get nothing up inside of it. We'll say that, you know what I mean? There's a couple different ways of messing with them. 73 had it, and North Carolina, Wisconsin, we dealt with worse negative temperatures this week with season so far. Yeah, our temperatures are getting pretty low here. I'm hoping it goes above 30 to melt the ice and stuff off of my flat roof on the one side of the house. I'm really concerned about that. Close 20 inches of snow and still snowing until the 467 billet running boards are best to buy. Yeah, I like the billets. That's what I did on my Super. And to tell you the truth, they were just nice and sturdy. I really, really liked them a lot. Where are we at? My screen jumped. There we go. And Eric Cold, what is up, brother? I have not tried to measure, but there's at least a foot here at North Harrisburg. Good day to hang out with the cats. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I stayed in besides running out a lot, to clean the snow up, but I was in most of the day. I need help with a wiring harness for a 70 bus. Do you mean purchasing one? I don't know what you mean, Peggy. Purchasing one, or you need help with a wire that got a little wonky for you? With weather going on around the country, we are loving our Yuma 70-degree weather. How about you are, James? I have to remember part 1600 dual port case 40 hour crank is standard. What oil pump should I get? Yet post that also on the group. That way we can show you different options and give you links to everything, Chris. Because it's easier where I can do that. I can't post links, pictures, or nothing on here. It's a little bit harder. But post on that Facebook group, and we will hook you up and take care of you super fast. But you want a good quality one, that's for sure. That's the heartbeat. I was joking. I'm in sunny California. No need for salt here. Kevin. I was all feeling bad. With the cold, my dog this week looked at me and said, "Nope, I'm pooping inside." Yeah, Lily went out in the snow today and sunk in it. I actually felt bad for her. I cleared a spot in the yard, but she wasn't having it. She stood in the deep snow and did her thing. Beef soda gave us this for a heck of a workout today. I'll do it again tomorrow. I hope you're doing all right and safe wherever you are. And it goes for all of us. Stay safe, my friends. Thank you, Beef. I'm in Pennsylvania, so we got hit. There's no doubt it's not done yet. But that's why I said I'll do live chat. I'm sure some folks are hanging around tonight because I don't think everybody's out hanging out tonight. Although my daughter got stuck at work all day. A ton of customers coming in and out, and she's a manager. She had no choice but be there. She wasn't happy. Watching, please let's hit that like button. We're almost there. I appreciate them hitting the like button and start to pump up now. And if not salt or sand, maybe try kitty litter. Yeah, I buy kitty litter sometimes for the garage for oil spills, which does happen for some reason. Let me see. DFW will be a dead zone till Wednesday. And yeah, this is going to be a long week, in all honesty. Massachusetts is getting slammed. Oh, yeah, I do think it's going that direction through Pennsylvania and over there. I'm literally sitting in the back of my 73 Super right now. Aren't you cold? I hope it's in the garage. And then again, I don't know where you're at, gamer. Didn't have any whiteouts. The state lines have been shut down. Yeah, Yents are getting hammered down there, Kitty. I didn't expect that to happen, to be honest with you. Oh, there we go. The door mantle, of course, aluminum, only the cap is still plastic. It's a wonder they didn't do something different with that, but I'd rather have the aluminum oil cooler in the end because I know what's going to happen in a couple of years again. Running boards, I didn't see them on your website. Good evening, everyone. Abe, how you doing, brother? Welcome in. And let me, there we go. Rick says, clean for base closed all entering and leaving the installation because of the ice. Yeah, that ice was a big deal. I was watching that on like a worldwide news, or nationwide news, I'm sorry. Changed fluids on her Jeep about 2 weeks ago. I think it had changed before it was clean. Okay, that's a good thing. Did you do the transmission, Kevin? Because you should notice a difference in the shifting. When mine got changed, I had to glance down to see if it was shifting, and the tack was shifting down, and I couldn't feel it, so that was really cool. Temp here is minus 11, supposed to get to minus 21. Geez, the more you guys post, I don't feel so bad here. Everyone, quick question. See, baby, I wanted to delete the fresh air intake grill. Can I use early hood that have the grill? Does the latch work? When you say early, if you mean 67 and back, I don't believe that's going to fit right. Although I'm wondering if 67 will. No, I don't think that will. I would just actually, if you feel like doing some body work, patch it, save yourself a lot of money. I think the 67 hood might go down lower, unless it's 66 and back. I'd have to look. I can't remember. I've always had 68 and up, but I just actually was looking at an apron I have for 66 and back. So 67 hood might be the same, but we'll have to check. Grab me a can share for Sawzall. Yeah, you know what, Chris? That's what Justin and Ashley sent me, and it is just such a big help. I am like, I should have had one of them way before. I went to do Benadryl yeast on starter, and a Benadryl yeast on starter, and it failed. So ordered another one today. Fingers crossed. Well, hopefully that works out, Mike. In all sincerity, I like doing the auto stick starters because they're heavier duty and they crank it harder. Has everyone decided what oil should run my 2054 in California? The 72 house cooler with 8-inch fan. Me personally, Kevin, I would probably go with 1540 since you're in California and you can get away with it with the warmer weather. But that's just me. Just make sure you put some ZDDP additive in if need be, because on Rotella and them, they lowered the zinc content in it. I can't get the Beetle out. It has been summer 2050, well, 100-degree weather, and it's now 5 degrees. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like cold weather very much. Bus has no wiring in it. The gentleman I bought it for moved it. I purchased new harness from J-Bugs, but no real knowledge on how to install it. I know Wolfsburg West, when you buy the wiring harness from them, It has a really, really nice drawing, color coded for the wiring. JBugs, I thought, had a thing on our website with wiring chart, though. I'm pretty sure, Peggy. But let me know. Are you on our Facebook group on Slades VW community? Because we can really help out a lot in there with pictures and different things like that. Let me see. Making sure I didn't miss anything. I scroll back here each time. Whoa, just got here. Been in a garage, adjusting road torsion thingies. Being another bug I noticed. I never installed the new oil change one pass oil system. Leaks like a 1970s Harley. Now that I can relate to. Welcome in, James. I'm glad you're here. I relate to a lot of motorcycle stuff. That's what I did for many years. I buy sand at Lowe's for concrete. Oh, that ain't a bad idea. I'm sure Heather's familiar with that because she's constantly using the Portland cement and mixing this and mixing that. And she goes through more concrete than a concrete company. My snowblower works hard today. I could even change the oil this year between Cincinnati and Dayton, 14 inches. I have an electric snowblower. So mine's a 21-inch. It's not some powerhouse, but it did the job because every time there was 6 to 8 inches, I'd go out and do it. And I was surprised it actually worked quite well. Okay, Kevin, good. And the transmission flue was pinkish brown. It wasn't black, because then you're good to go. And Dawn said, thanks to all. Having a hard time in Florida. Thanks, Mike. I feel better now, brother. Struggling with that warmth, all that vitamin D you're getting. Yeah, I don't know what that was either, Schmidt. I wasn't sure. I just didn't catch it. Dang, I am back. Uh-oh. Where'd you go, Mike? Mike was out goofing off and then came back. So question for always 6. I have an Amazon Chinese 34.3. There we go. An upgrade to put on the motor in the future. I want a better one. It depends what you want to do, Rod. I mean, we talked about that earlier. I like the dual 34s, in all honesty. I think they perform quite well. You and I were talking back and forth about that, and it just picks it up. It just makes it snappier. You know what I mean? It really does. And the 34s will have the chokes on them that I know you and I were talking about. I do not have Facebook. You're lucky. You're not missing much. The only thing I can tell you on here is there should be a chart on JBugs, because they should have sent you something, hun, from when you bought the wiring harness. There should have been a diagram there that's color-coded. Peggy, write this down. You can email me, and I'll send you a chart for your bus. I'll find one and send it to you. Here, I'll put my email in chat here for you, and then I'll help you out. Here you go. It should show up, Peggy. Just send an email, and in the title, just say 72 bus wiring harness, so the subject line catches me, and then go and send me an email, and I'll try to find you a color-coded chart to make it easy for you. JBugs has great wiring pamphlet. Yeah, Dave, that's what I thought, in honesty. She just may have not got one with it for some reason. See, I keep kids from making me crazy. I just stop check on you both. Anything, reach out. Thanks, Misty. I hope you have a great night. Stay warm with your family, honey. Do you use any specific lubricant when putting a windows in a Beetle with a headliner that overlaps the window frames? I use, well, you're talking about installing the quarter windows and windshield and all that to snap the rubbers in. I want to make sure we're on the same page, Mike. I use the silicone spray by PD Blast, not the lubricant that we spray on rusty stuff. It's a white can with like green on it, and it says silicone lubricant. That's what I like to use, in all honesty. And James in Tennessee, we need Zambonis instead of snowblowers. Not a bad idea. Need a new starter. Mike, truthfully, take this bit of advice from me, if you're going to take any at all, is try to get a semi-auto stick starter. They're used to turning over a heavy torque converter. And when you use one, and you don't got to worry about the bushing inside your bell housing, it don't use that. When you bolt that up, you'll never go back to a standard 4-speed starter again, because when you hit it, it's going to be like, bam. It's used to turning twice the amount of weight with the torque converter versus the flywheel. I hope that made sense. I messaged you about your knowledge on carbs, and let me see here. Just let the girls in from using the bathroom, and it's snowing here again. Oh, great. I hope that's not going to rub off on us here. I don't want no more snow. Our overhaul video was glorious. That's how I found this channel. Thank you, D3. I really appreciate that. I honestly do. I just always hope these videos continue to be helpful for folks because it makes it worth doing. It really, really does. Samba has charts. I didn't get any pamphlet. I'll look for it on the website. This is my first project. Slade has helped so much. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Peggy. Just shoot me an email if you have any problems, and I will get you a diagram for your bus. Just remember to put the year of your bus in the email for me, and that way we can talk privately, and I'll go ahead and set you up. What is the Facebook page? And a screen jump. That would be, let me see here. I have two. One's a classified one. And here is our club community. That's where I announce a lot of stuff. And especially the club picnic will be coming up, so it'll be posted on there. But there's the Facebook page right there. I just put in the chat. And Lloyd, how are you tonight? And thank you, Schmoke. And Fernando, good evening to you. I'm glad you stopped in. And Sling just stopped in now. And Chris said, thanks. And having a hard time rewiring a new loom. Wiring's never fun. It makes me say bad things, but I don't say bad things on video because there's women and children and people's pets. So I try to keep it clean. Although I don't think the pets would know, but I got to watch your most recent video. I started but got distracted by a cat screaming for dinner. Oh, trust me, Blake, I have a ragdoll cat. She's needy. When I go in to feed the dog, she comes running in and starts beating the crap out of me. Yeah, check out the video. It was how to restore, I'm sorry, not how to restore, the cost to restore in 2026. That caught some attention. Yeah, thank you, Neil. I have fun making them videos. And two, some days, you know, in real life, I'm literally trying to get stuff done around the house and in real life. So sometimes I'll do videos like that when I can't get in the garage to work. But I always make sure I do informative videos. So I hope that's okay. I sent you for springtime meetup. We would do some filming. Justin, I am more excited about that than you think I am. Like, you have no idea. I am freaking out over that. I hope you'll be on video with me. I would really like if you'd be part of that video. But I'm really glad they're interested in letting me film, and I won't tell anybody on here what it is. But that film is going to go crazy when people see what it is. So Justin, well, you and I are close friends anyhow, but I'm hoping you'll plan on being on film with me because you're the one that found that. So I need to watch it because I'm literally going to start the restoration this year. Well, if you're going to watch that, Blake, sit down when you're watching it because I came up with all the prices. I did the legwork and looked up every part I could think of and put prices up. You know what I mean? Okay, I joined. Chris, I'll let you in after I get off of here. Is it the same name as on here? I totaled some things up and got 3,000 rather quick. Oh, it don't take long. It does not take long to add up. I'll get into website and I start adding up a couple of parts. I think I just need 50, 60 bucks. $500 later, I'm like, really? It is what it is. I mean, it doesn't take long in today's economy. This is a much, there we go. This is much needed community. I'm so glad I found your channel. Heather's true sweetheart has taught me a lot as well. Thank you, Peggy. She's getting ramped back up for her YouTube channel with the cottage lifestyle and gardening and streams and sewing and cartwheels, you know. Well, we don't do cartwheels no more. We're too old. But I imagine you belong to her YouTube channel, maybe. Heather is a sweetheart. She really is, Peggy. She's that very, very down to earth. That's amazing how a lot of people show up at the picnic and their wives act like they've known Heather for years. And it always makes me happy. I'm excited about the club picnic. I can't wait. And I think Bob Putty is our furthest one that comes to the picnic. He's in Wisconsin. We get a lot of people from Kentucky, Tennessee, North, South Carolina, Maryland, New York, South Africa. I made that one up. But we do get a lot of people. And thank you, Alita. She's keeping an eye on things for me, as she always does. And going to start working on one-piece window kit. Going to have to relet your regulator. Did you use any kind of lubricant on the internal cable? I did. On that one, I don't use PB Blast on them, Kevin. When you use the Molly, I'll send you a picture. Let me send you a picture. I'll be at the garage Tuesday. I'll send you a picture of the grease I use. When you use this, it'll be better than what the factory did. The factory, their grease they used was almost like Cosmoline. I don't know if I should brought that up in here. Cosmoline was used in old rifles and stuff for storage and this and that. And then the windows started getting tough again after a while. I used a black Molly grease. Wow. I feel like a 2-year-old could wind a window up real fast and it will stay that way. So, yeah, I got a couple videos on that where I pulled the snake out, is what I call it, and lubricated it up. Game changer. Everybody's telling you, pull your door panel, spray PB Blast, and keep winding it up and down. You're going to be doing it every 6 months. And then you're going to get frustrated and take your door off and throw it over a hill. So, oh, Kevin, watch your mail too, by the way, buddy. I don't know how bad the mail system slowed down. But truthfully, I like the black Molly grease. You'll see once you do it and you roll that window up and down, you're going to be like, wow. When are you doing the filming? Which one, Rod? Like, I mean, like, I'll be filming again Tuesday, but it won't be up till Friday or Saturday. But I don't know which film you're looking for, so I hope I made sense of that. And should be, and I forget what me and Chris were talking about. Oh, okay. All right. I'll check that when I get off of here, and I'll let you in. Daniel Garcia, it does add up quick. These aren't, you can't go buy a Beetle now for $500 like back in the day. And I'm sure I'm much older than a lot of you folks on here. But, you know, honestly, you're talking 15 to 50,000 depending on what Beetle. My buddy got that Beetle for sale for 15 grand that I filmed a couple weeks ago on here, a true sunbug. And he did an amazing restoration. He only wants 15. I can't even build that car that cheap, in all honesty. I was glancing at my phone. I thought something popped up on my phone. I had $65 Smart J-Bug website. I got the $100 because I refused to pay for shipping. We all do that, Blake. That's not just you. Trust me. I've done that. I'll hit like $80 and I'm like, huh, what else can I buy? That is funny. I wish we were neighbors. We could get on great. Absolutely, Mike. I always said I wished I could buy up a town and just get all the club members just bam. That would be bad though, because then we'd be up all night and goofing off in the garage, and you know how that goes. Everyone join the Slades VW classified page as well. Thank you, Mr. Elliott. Kevin's right. I opened up a here, I'll put it here. I put up a Slades VW classified section group on Facebook. And the reason I did that is people are getting scammed a lot in places. So, wow, I'm fast on the mouse tonight. That's unusual. The reason I did that, people are getting scammed. So me, Johnny, very good friend of mine out west, JJ, this guy's like amazing because wait till you see a couple things I'm doing to the car. He comes up with these ideas that blow me away. I don't know. I think he was sent from above or something, but I treasure him as a friend. But he's watching it. I watch it. We got Dino watching it, Heather watching it. If you're a scammer, don't bother coming in there because we will figure it out and we will toilet paper your house. Amarillo, Texas. Well, I hope you're okay with the ice, Peggy, because that's where a lot of that 3-inch ice seemed to be going. I hope it's not 117 degrees out this year for the club meeting. No, Justin, I'm not waiting until August. That's why. And that's why a lot of people didn't show. There was other shows. Heather and I this week are going to find what day there's no other shows, obviously a Saturday, and we're going to find out like which picnic ground we're going to use near us, and we're going to make it a lot more comfortable. Blake, same here. Planning on making the trek from Wisconsin this year, but need to know my daughter's summer sports schedule since, you know what, Captain Jack, that's what happened with Jason. He does his son, he's a coach for his son's softball team. So he actually is asking the same thing for that reason. So I'll just give him about 3-4 days. I need the snow to calm down because I need to go to the picnic area and see which pavilion I can get. And it isn't even just a car show. It's not really what it is. It's a club picnic. So if people show up in our cars, that's cool. If they can't, I get it, you know. Your videos are my go-to. Thank you. And thank you, Michael, for being part of it. I will not stop until I'm, you know, not here. That's the best way I can put it. Pay if everybody is are suffering. Imagine how bad you have. Did you guys lose any power? I was thinking that when she posted that, Alita. Have you ever done a dune buggy? Joe, I wished I could. I wanted to do a kit car or a dune buggy on the channel, but I'm tapped out. These last two projects whooped my butt. And YouTube's a joke with money. I mean, it just is what it is. Well, I shouldn't say a joke, but it's not there that way. So I put out a lot of money. So starting June 1st, I'm doing club members' cars. They're going to bring them here, leave them. They'll buy the parts. I do the cars for them. They'll be on video, and we'll have a lot of fun doing that. And Joe, have you ever done a new buggy? I see. Now, when my granddaughters didn't understand roll-up windows, they only needed a push button. Oh, trust me, Dave, I understand that. A lot of them see the stick shifts and they're like, what the heck is this? You know what I mean? And I'm from Wisconsin, Shell Lake. Bob Putty is out that way. I just don't know if he's near Shell Lake. Dave, this younger generation is lost, and I'd love to own a gold Sunbug. Oh, Blake, his Sunbug is gorgeous. It really, really is. Let me see. I saw a complete square back for $500 with the title last week. Whoa. It's been a while since I've seen a Beetle and a parts call it. Wow, that is really cheap. $500? I would love to have a square back, but near me, it ain't happening. For $500, I'll give you a lug nut off of one. Oh, wow. Somebody surprised me with a square back that needs restored or a fast back. I'll buy you pizza the rest of your life. I'm trying to get everybody's cholesterol up. Another FB group applicant here. Picture is Yoda. Yoda. Only you smoke. If everybody buys 1,000 hoodies, we can help Slade buy a town in the South so y'all don't have to deal with snow. And I'm in Missouri now. Michael, thank you for the super chat donation. I really appreciate that. I just saw it now, my friend, when I was scrolling down. I really appreciate that. All the donations help out. They really do, in all sincerity. I look forward to getting my Mexi in there, get a few things taken care of. Do I get to speak Spanish to work in your car? I mean, I can, but Justin's got a nice car. He really does. I was wondering what you did with all the cars you worked on. The first one on the channel, the red one, the owner wanted it back. Well, technically offered to buy it back. I gave it to him very cheap. That was a full-blown restoration, and he sold it off. Won't get into that on here, will we? And then it went to another guy who put my channel up and showed where it was restored, and he flipped it and doubled his money. And then another guy bought it who has it now, who's taking good care of it. So that's what happened. Now the 68 I'm keeping when it's done in June. That's when June 1st starts. June 1st, 2nd, then I'm going to start taking in club members' cars and tell them, you buy the parts, I fix it, we film it. Oh, that sounded like a commercial, didn't it? Wow. Kind of cheesy. But, and yeah, you know what, Rod? It does help. It does help. And then they can see their car get done on video. The channel keeps going along. And then we'll start turning it into like Rod's 65 type 1, episode 2. And I'm going to redo their cars. But I'm going to switch to 3 videos a week when I do that, so they get done quicker, because we have all the DIYs backed up unless I throw a couple in the mix, you know what I mean? But it'll be very, very entertaining. And maybe it'll help some folks out who can't do that kind of work. That's what this is all about. I didn't build a YouTube channel. That was not my goal. My goal was to actually, wait, I'm trying to figure something out here. My screen jumped. I apologize. My goal was to build a club and a community and create DIYs to help people. That's what this was all about. And it actually worked. And that makes me so happy. Let me see here. My screen jumped really hard. The whole it scattered everywhere. So I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss nothing. Michael, I'm getting confused. Did you donate a couple of times? Because I see it popping up multiple times. If you did, thank you. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to act weird or nothing, but thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. I don't think people realize what you put out when you're doing all these videos and equipment and that. And it's okay. Nobody asked me to do it. But all the donations, stickers, T-shirts, stuff. It has helped out greatly with keeping everything motivated and going. Me motivated. We're hometown Bailey. It's a cool little town. And look forward to you might say, okay, that's why I scrolled back. I thought I missed a couple of things. And it's a connect. So I ready to work on other cars to help. It is, Rod. It really is. I think that square is still for sale. I'll send you the link. That's just really cheap. I would love a square back so bad. Wow. And let me see here. Are you working on your cars or others? Right now, Mike, that 68 that's currently on is mine, mine and Heather's. And when that's done, then I'll be going on to club members' cars. So the first two on the channel were mine, though, because I wanted to take my time and build a complete index. If you go on the YouTube channel here and click on playlist, then you'll see engine, interior, suspension, where all the DIYs are organized. The website's up and running beautifully. I did a drop-down menu for the phones, and I have a hidden index in it right now that's not finished on there, too, to click on videos. And Yoda-ish smoking. Well, I can't forget that one. I didn't know Yoda smoked. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. And thank you for the kind words. That's very, very thoughtful of you. And let me see here. Neil, thank you for the donation. I just scrolled down now and caught it. Thank you very much, Neil. I appreciate that very much. And Schmoke, thank you for the donation. Thank you very much also. You folks are awesome. You really, really are. I guess I'll have to look up to you so I can make all kinds of content. Hope you like welding. I just got a new welder last year. I bought a Lincoln 90i, gas bottle, etc. And, you know, I'm trying to learn to weld. I mean, I'm doing fine. I don't lay beads down. I start tacking first, you know, is what I do. And I'm getting there. I just bought a 61. Looking forward to getting back in it. Love the channel. Thank you, Patrick, and welcome aboard. Thank you for being part of the community. I really, really appreciate that very much. A little late, but I'm here. Hello. Bob Putty was out messing around, of course, hitting the bars, carrying on. He got in a couple fights, but he's here. So 70 likes, I saw we might get closer to 100. We got 80 likes. It's starting to pump up. And heading off for the night. Sue and I will check out that video later. Have a great one, everyone. Good night, James. To you and Sue, have a great week and stay safe, my friend. Although you're doing pretty good with your weather, brother, so you're good to go. Somebody threw a peeper in here tonight. Yeah, there is Sling. That's why I said it's like one big family in here. And I've told many people that. When I come in here on Sunday nights, it's like the family all shows up because every Sunday night everybody's in here. And it just, I don't know. That's why I said I wanted to build a DIY channel, and I think I did that, hopefully. But I wanted to build a community to pull people together. And just like Kevin Elliott, Darren Law, Adam, he's not in here tonight. Junebug's not in here. They all met each other kind of from the Slade community and realized they didn't live that far apart. And then they seen the Slade shirts on each other. Well, this is not the member shirt. That's just the regular built, not bought. And they all met each other. And now they're all friends and they meet up at meets. That's what I call it working. Making friends in the community. Even our Facebook group, I keep it tight. I do not allow people to act like a bonehead in there or they're banned and they will never get back in. Even if they send me pizza, well, it's a possibility. But outside of that, I don't play. We're supposed to be kind to one another and help each other, no matter how far apart you are. So many people in here, I read that. Welcome, Patrick. Peggy is talking. Whoops. There we go. To Kitty Jorg. What is up? Been digging out snow. Loving this weather. Yeah, you're not that far from me. So you probably caught it before I did the way that it was coming. I hope you're safe, brother. And no, I did it twice as your videos have helped me so many times. And I appreciate that, Mike. I really, really do. And I mean that. I don't just say it. Dog, Keith, what is up? Video editing takes a lot of time. It does, brother. Thank you for the donation. I really, really appreciate that, Keith. You've always been very kind to me through the mail and donations, and I don't forget that. So I checked on you because I haven't heard from you, and I thought, I hate to bug you, but I got to check on you because I'm concerned. And let me know if that link worked for you that I sent to your Gmail. I sent that a little bit ago. And at Peggy. Have you ever experimented with installing hard start relays? I need to get mine done by Hagel Electric. Yeah, Blake, I did do a hard start relay on my 72. This chair's hurting my back. And it was very easy to do. I don't have one here, and I won't probably for about a week and a half. But what I can do, if you'd like to, Blake, I can do a video, even though I'm not installing it yet. I can do a video on a hard start relay if you want to just wait for about a week or two, and I'll do an intense video so that you can go, oh, thank you, Slade, or you bonehead, you did it for me. So let me know if you want to wait a week or two. I will do a video on that because it's a good idea. Everyone should add some money to Slade. He's the best on YouTube. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat donation, Joe. I appreciate that, brother. I really, really do. Thank you very, very much. All that stuff really helps more than folks realize. Again, I can't thank you all enough. I love that. I won't work on it for about 2, so I can wait. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Blake. I'll go ahead and order one. I put one on my 72, and it was a game changer. I love the hard start relay. It's not very expensive to do, and caught up. I smoked watching it. That was funny. It's really not hard to do, and it's a game changer. It makes a huge difference, in all sincerity. So give me a couple of weeks. I'll order one, and I will do the video because I need one anyhow, and I will go ahead and do that for you without a problem. It might be an extra video that I'll do, like a second video, because I'm doing the paint work in the background. The dash, Johnny, my buddy Johnny, sent me some cool wood grain knobs. So if I can, I'm going to integrate them into the knobs because I went over to the metal dash. I took the Ralph Nader black dash and threw it over to Hillside. So a little bit else going on. Let me see. If the record is good for friends to check on friends is better than the younger generation does nothing. And you know what, Rod? That's the thing. We all got to check on each other. I try not to bother Keith. He has been through a lot of disastrous health issues, which is very terrifying. But the man's strong. He is strong. I will say that. His personality, he never asks for pity. He just updates me on what's going on because we've become personal friends. And there's a few times I want to call him, but you know, I know sometimes folks get tired and burned out when they're dealing with a situation that he is. And Keith and I have met through the community. And although he's down south and up north, I feel like I'm his neighbor, in all honesty. They're friends are each other. And at Kitty, I always make sure I didn't miss anything. I kind of scroll back a second. 85's like, you guys are awesome. I just love how everyone's sports channel. It's such a blessing to have all you being part of it. And thank you, Lita, for saying that. And everybody is a blessing here. Like I said, I won't quit until I just keep building this community because I'm not going to be around forever. That's for sure. So hopefully y'all stay in touch, because if something would happen to me for any reason, and not to be on a depressing note, the channel would keep going. Heather has my passwords and everything she needs. It will never stop. The click happens too often. I have to get out, push the car and forth. Okay. Oh no, Blake, it'll change your life. I mean, it really, really will, in all sincerity. After oil changes, what is the most critical maintenance job on your bugs? After oil changes, honestly, I like letting her cool on down, and valve adjustment and timing. And keep an eye on that steering coupler once in a while. I don't like those, but that's my input on it anyhow. That's what I think. What's a hard start? That is a relay that's wired in, and my screen just jumped. There we go. It's a relay that's wired in. You'll see it in a couple weeks, Gary, because since Blake brought it up, I'll do a video on it. And it kind of bypasses some things, so to speak. I'm just going to put it that way in layman's terms real quick. And then when you hit that key, there's no click or slow starting. It's like, boom, just like a brand new car starting up. Rick, early night, have to navigate this garbage in the morning in the dark. Oh, crap. I forgot to take the garbage up now that you said that. Ugh. And Gary, good night, everyone. Stay safe. God bless. God bless you, Gary. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And Carl, BCM, good evening to you. You're never late. We're always here. We never leave. Well, I lied. Feels good when someone checks me, especially what I experienced last year. Rod, you went through complete HELL last year. I don't wish that on nobody, brother. But I'm glad the messages I get from you now, I could tell you're joking and you're cheerful, and that's what matters. You have your family. You may have lost your home due to a catastrophic failure of something in fire. However, I'm glad everything went the way it did for you in the end, because I would never want to go through that. That scares me. Notepad says you do not have permission to view the share. What the heck? I'll check it when I get off here, Keith. I can't understand that because, well, I better not do it now. I have it non-restricted, shareable, and open to anybody that has the links. I can't figure that out, but I will check it when I get off of here. That's really weird. I've never had that issue before. I would say the next maintenance would be adjusting the valves. I'm an artist, but Slades is the best when it comes to YouTube videos. Please send him a donation. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. An artist. My daughter is an artist, actually. Sadly, now she's 2 children, my granddaughters, so she don't get to do it much anymore. And artists to me are beautiful people because you see things differently than somebody like me who just can't draw a stick figure. Well, I can do that. I can draw a smiley face, but artists are amazing people. They have a beautiful mind. I've watched that girl. I have 4 children, and she always and all my children are wonderful, but she always viewed things differently. And only you, Mike, may understand that. She'd look at a flower and look at it, and she was seeing something different. I don't know if that made sense. Artists have a beautiful mind. Heather's that way, though. Heather does have artistry in her, and Heather looks at things differently. I think that she just redecorated the whole house. I should have took pictures. Always great chat with you, Slade. Learn things you learn. That you kids stay warm and everyone be safe. Y'all wait. Hey, have a good night, Kitty, and stay safe down there, honey, because I know you are getting hammered. Please stay safe. Let me see here. Blake, Duckman Cycles, VWA has good to hard start video. And yeah, I mean, he can watch that one and I can wait till later. I mean, it's fine. I was just trying to help him out in case he did need that. Recycle has to go out. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I don't mind. They aren't taking my garbage tomorrow, but Heather set some outside the door and then I forgot to run it up. And have a great week, Jim, Mr. Johnson. I hope you stay safe, brother. And please, team, just don't throw him a buck. His knowledge is amazing. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that very much. I honestly do. Is that an old Zenith radio on the shelf? Yes, that is. I don't know if it's a Zenith, though. Wait a minute. I go to the Fleetique stores and find this stuff. J.C. Penney. So that means probably Zenith or Panasonic or Magnavox. It works beautiful. I love older stuff. Love it, love it, love it. I have, I don't know where my radio went. I think it's in the bedroom. I have a lot of older stuff that I find at Fleetique stores. It just makes me happier with that stuff around the house, and they work so great. Yeah, we're good highlight seeing a wood stove is going on, heating new home and not burning a lot of wood. Oh, that's awesome. And hopefully, Rod, your new home's all insulated and everything, which I'm quite sure it is. To grease the Zerk fittings. Yes, Keith, right? No doubt about that. The Zerk fittings are important. I even tapped, I did a video on it. I tapped and put some in the beam. And truthfully, it's nice to, the shock tires is what rusts out. So now I pump grease into mine. And you'll see the video if you search for it. And Adam, how are you, brother? You dozed off. Nothing wrong with that. I did that earlier. I'm going to do a Valentine's Day tour Slade. Oh, okay. Good. Hey, can you put up your channel, babe, so people can join that, please? I'd appreciate it. For ones that don't know, follow Heather's channel. She does a lot of cottage stuff because she turned our 3-bedroom ranch into a cottage. And it's fun. I feel very comfortable in her. It's probably why I nap a lot. But she does tours in the house and the garden and old cemeteries and different things, which is a lot of fun. Garbage is a day late this week. Oh, good. I didn't know that. So Heather got a notification on that one. Mona's grandson is an artist. I'm making for me a 7-year-old. He drew me a fox and wrote me a story to go with it. Alita, that's beautiful. That's creativity is a beautiful thing. I mean, I love it. I really, really do. On your 68, I can't wait until you do it if you're going that way. Oh, yeah, I'm going to, Blake. Yeah, absolutely. I planned on it anyhow. But since you need the video for that, I will gladly do it. And if not, you can watch it on Duckman's, and then I'll slow down and do it later on. But truthfully, I do need one, because if I don't, and then it starts a little wonky, then I'm going to get upset. You know what I mean? So I won't actually start wiring everything up, or I may. I got to pop my starter on real quick. And that way it's out of the way. And then I did the video. But it'd be about 2 weeks. 3 weeks would be the worst case scenario. I just got to order the part is what I got to do and then squeeze it inside the videos. But I'm real fussy about wiring. I get really weird using shrink wrap and all kind of stuff. It's just me. I buy them shrink wrap tubes from Harbor Freight. Hold the lighter and it pulls it shut. It's just stuff that makes me feel better. I spend the extra $2 or $3 just to make it, you know what I mean, the way it should be. I still have my 13-inch. Wait, yes, I collect older stuff too. I almost missed auto there. I like the older stuff. It lasts forever. I check the Goodwills. I don't know if everybody has those. And we have a couple flea teaks near us with stuff from the 40s through like the 70s. Me and Heather constantly they're buying older lamps, obviously radios, right there. That desk, Heather's desk back there, my desk's older, you can't see it. I got a dining room table that was from probably the 1920s, stripped it down, restained it. I'm sorry, I went far with this, but that's the stuff we buy. I prefer the good quality older stuff. It has more character. I still have 13-inch short TV, VCR, customer service merchandise. Service merchandise? Isn't that where you went in? I remember going there and you picked the product and it come down a conveyor belt. I could swear that's where Heather used to take me all the time. Greg at his vintage rehab channel rebuilds old radios. Well, that's interesting, Greg. I didn't know. I mean, Chris, I didn't know about that. I'll have to look him up. I like watching stuff like that. I really, really do in all sincerity. And there is Heather's channel. Thank you, sweetheart. Please subscribe to her channel. Heather does interesting stuff. If you really go in her and start scrolling back on her videos, she even did a cemetery tour of the Civil War and Revolutionary War tombstone she walked through, and it was fun. She did a dressing room rehab, and it's not in a regular dressing room. This thing looks cool. It's like a medieval dressing room she has. I'll just wait for you to do 6 so I can see the full install. I'd rather watch yours. I can message if I run into any issues. That's fine, Blake. Not an issue. I just don't want you to feel you just had to watch mine because I'm not like that. I guess you know that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and order one this week sometime, and I'll go ahead and do a really well-fitted video because I like to get the camera up close and under the car and the whole thing and bore everybody to death. But I like to really do that very intently. Peggy, thank you for all your help in being here. To me, that's a help when you show up in the chat and hit the like button. And welcome to the family. You have a great week also. Just send me an email and I'll try to help you out. Need a rich video of you putting grease fittings in the rods and ball joints. I ordered a bunch of the front end parts in my Rabbit pickup. Kevin, it's worth doing, in all honesty. They should not be selling parts now that don't have grease fittings in. That's a really crappy thing to do to people, And yeah, it sure is. And Eman, I just finished this 71 bus firing. All my lights work now. Should be so easy. Oh, yeah. You know what, Eman? The wiring isn't as horrible as people think it is. It's just tedious. You got to take your time. And you already know this, to double check everything. And there really isn't a lot in these vehicles compared to what we have now. That's why I'm a big extended warranty guy on like our Grand Cherokee Altitude. There is so much crap in there that makes me nervous. I'll get his page. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I love channels like that. I really do. And Heather, I really love your channel. And there is Uncle Bond that just stepped in. I'm here, but I'm having trouble commenting for some odd reason. I don't know, brother. I have no idea, but thank you for coming in. I see you've been helping people out painting their cars. He did a couple shorts of that recently. Sorry. My throat was dry from running my mouth so fast. I talk fast. I miss you, Uncle Bond. Thanks for stopping in, brother. He's been doing some shorts until and Uncle Bond, just like me, has been having some back trouble. I don't think he minds me telling you something like that. So his channel slowed down a little bit, during this little transition of getting better. And I like watching him because I think he's funny. He makes me laugh because of his editing and his sense of humor. I replaced my front ball joints 6.6, but I don't find a mark on them to align with suspension arm that I put the wrong ones in. Your ball joints should have, I bit my tongue live. Wow, that hurt. Your ball joint should have a notch on the arm and a notch on the ball joint. But check the ball joint, Bob. Turn it over, look at it, and you're going to see a slot, and that should go front to back. But they've been creating ball joints now, making them, sorry, that just move all the way around. Can you send me a picture of one later in our group chat? Because I want to see the underneath of it, and then I'll know exactly what to tell you to do. I wouldn't leave the dealership without extended warranty on my 24 WRX. That's what my son-in-law has, is a WRX. And then he did all the extra stuff he did to it after he got it from her. And I warned him when he bought, like, make sure you get that extended warranty on that. Subaru makes a fine car. He played with it and tuned it and did everything. It's just it's like a dark blue, I guess, you know. But Blake, I agree. When we got that Grand Cherokee Altitude, it's loaded with every single option because I like to treat Heather good. And I wasn't even at dealer until I had and when that extended warranty gets close to running out, I'll pay the couple grand and extend it again. You're right, my friend, about that. And Heather said hello to Uncle Bon, her buddy. And never seen any YouTuber ever keep up with comments like you do, mad genius. I'm just an idiot, that's all. I need somebody to wear the "Don't Idiot" shirt pointing at me. But I think I've become used to try to multitask in my brain with the comments, and it doesn't make me special. But that's kind of funny you said that. And just think, Heather has to live with me all day. It's a carnival. I'm going to wait for the springs, try to fix wiring on my 71 Super Beetle. Alita, if you have any problems, just remember to take some pictures or something, or short videos. You and I talk at a personal level, and I'll try to help you the best I can from the distance we are apart, you know. What do we got here? Mine has been in stock for now. Whoop, screen jump. Okay. Mine is Lemon stock selling out for a year and 4 months. You know what? I think he's excited, Blake, because I guess he was sending extra. I'm not sure what year his is. I think his is like a 20, I'm pretty sure. And he's like, Dad, my car is going to be paid off in 2 months. So, and I don't think he put many miles on it. Honestly, I think it's got like 50,000 miles on it because he bought it and then said, well, I don't want to put no miles on it. I'm like, it's a stick anyhow. You can throw a clutch in once in a while, but he did want. They use my daughter's truck a lot. She got a new Dodge Ram. And they just got married, actually, not too long ago, although they've been together for 6 years. So that was a fun wedding to be at. A couple club members showed up for the wedding, which was really awesome. Let me see here. I like to scroll back sometimes just to make sure I didn't pass a message up. When Heather's sitting here with me, sometimes she'll catch it and tell me to back up. Okay, on my 70, the top replacement one did not have a notch. The bottom ball joint had a notch and was lined up as usual. It drives just fine. Yeah, like I said, Neil, that's why I wanted him to send me a picture of the underneath of the ball joint where the shaft comes out. I want to see what it looks like there. I've heard now a couple of them don't have the line, so to speak, the slot. And that's not a bad thing because years and years ago, like when Dart was created, I did one and never knew about it, and I ran over a cigarette butt and my teeth fell out. I'm like, why is this car driving so rough? I didn't know, but I was young. I had no idea. We didn't even have internet then. For a while, that really gave my age. Unfortunately, I risked the clutch last year when I get back in the groove drive stick every day. I think I'm going to have to replace its in. The clutch is not bad to do, Blake, and I do have videos on popping the motor out, changing the clutch. It's really not that bad. The removable apron video I did is a game changer, though. When you pull that apron off and slide the motor on out, oh, and it's not hard to jack them up and get the motor out, but that removable apron really makes a difference. It keeps telling me subscribers over 10 days can only comment, but 7 years deep. Hey, Heather, last seed saying video was very informative. Why does it say that, Uncle Bon? Subscribers over 10 days can only comment, but 7 years deep. You've been with me forever. I don't understand it. I keep it to 2 weeks or whatever it is, because if not, and I let just anyone post, boom, that's when all the scammers come in here during live chat, which Heather's pretty good at keeping them out. You know what, Uncle Bon? Next week, I'm going to try to just anyone, even if you're not subscribed, And I want to see if you're on next week. If you can't be, I understand, brother. I want to see if then you have no problem, because there might be a glitch. I don't understand why that's happening to you. We've been together forever. That didn't sound right. Derek, do RS transmissions have different shift forks? I swapped out my trans and my throwout bearing was way off center. I don't have my old one to compare. Now, Derek, I don't know that. I have a buddy that's not in here tonight that rebuilds transmissions for me in that. If you post on the Facebook group, though, he's on there and two others. If you belong to the Facebook group, Slades VW Community, it will be answered just like that, in all sincerity. Is it required to replace the flywheel when you replace the rest of the clutch components? No, it's not. But check your flywheel to see if it's burnt, has burnt spots on it. If you wonder, send me a picture. I'll help you out. See if there's burn marks on it. If there is, have your flywheel cut or replaced. Don't buy a cheap cast flywheel, though. They're poopy. Spend the extra. You know what I mean? Thank you, appreciate. I wonder why YouTube is goof sometimes. Yeah, I don't know why I'd be doing that to him. I belong to his channel and he's belonged to mine forever. I went to Parker to drive the bug, much cheaper to work on the bug. Oh, yeah. And you know, when the Beetle's done, I even told how they're going to cut back using a Grand Cherokee a little bit from the mileage at 70,000 miles, but I'd like to cut back on it a little. So we're going to do running around in a Beetle a little bit. Blake, if not cracked or warped, you should be fine. And my screen jumped. There we go. You know what happens when you don't line up the ball joints? I do. Yeah, me too, James. It was many years ago, but I mean, I hit a very mild bump and I literally felt like I was riding an old hardtail Harley again because my backbone was the shock absorber. And I was like, what is wrong? But I didn't know back then, you know what I mean? But that was funny. I do. His dealership wants 4,000 for early books clutch. Wow. Help for my sister's hub and he replayed clutch twice when he had it. Wow, that's a lot of money. $4,000. I mean, those aren't that hard to get the motor out of the Subarus, in all honesty. I also had an issue to chat right away popularity. That got to be a glitch. But what I should do, in all honesty, since Heather sits here and moderates in the background, she'll remove stuff if somebody says something stupid, which can happen. Next week, I'm just going to let anyone in, even if they're not a subscriber, because I want to see if that eliminates that issue. Same thing happening here. Subscribers, let it sit for a few seconds and it clears up. And clutch is not bad once you have done it once. Yeah, Rod, it's not bad on these, in all sincerity. I did a video on engine removal, and I also did a video on clutch pack, installation right on the engine stand. So I take advantage of angles when I'm filming, so you're right there with me up close, so you kind of feel like you're doing it, I'm glad you stayed in the Class 5 group so I can window shop and wish upon a star. Yeah, and you know what, Uncle Bon? I started that because a lot of the groups, I seen somebody complaining today somewhere, and I've been really busy over the last few months. That's why I haven't been on as much on Facebook and different things. I try to pop on and off. However, there's too many scammers going in these groups. But I like to try to watch it tight because scamming somebody out of their money is a scumbag thing to do. But then again, society, So we kind of watch it pretty tight so that there's not an issue. Nothing's foolproof. But you can usually tell when you're watching people's profiles, what the deal is. They say have to drop all kinds of stuff. I heard that number one said, okay, I could buy the OEM City kit for like $450 and probably a 12-pack and get it done in a couple hours with Sister's Hub. Yeah, I mean, there's that one guy on YouTube, Blake. I can't remember his name. He's a certified Subaru technician. I don't know, dark hair, maybe in his late 30s. He has a really good channel. I just can't remember his name. I can find it for you. He does everything. I mean, his channel is just absolutely amazing. And his DIYs are spot on. I'm getting a link for him here. And I got it right now, Hef. He does it. There, Gary. There you are right there, brother. He's spot on with everything he does. I just can't remember the name of it. I'll get it figured out before next week when you come on. Blake, I can't remember, but I have a clutch kit from CIP1 thing around 200 or 300. And Rod, he's talking about for his Subaru WRX. We were gabbing about that for a minute. And truthfully, from what I understand, you know what, babe? I just happened to have it popped up on my screen. That's why I called it sweetheart. Heather's always a help in the background, just like Alita. Honestly, the Subarus are not that hard to work on. The dealer wants $450 to change spark plugs. You loosen up the 2 motor mounts, jack the motor up maybe just, an inch, and boom, the plugs came right out. I don't hate dealerships. I know they're there to make money, but I think they go too far. And that's it. That's it, DJ. Mr. Subaru 1387. Thank you for posting that. I appreciate that. I could not remember it. He's really, really good. I really like what he does. In his DIYs, he's very thorough. He don't act like an idiot. He's kind of like me on film, where he stays calm, he talks easily, and he don't act like a nut job. So you'll really enjoy watching him too. Mine's paid off. I'm going to get built on one around 450 horse anyway. Back to the bug stuff. Hey, there's that. Hey, I love all cars. I do. I really do. I'm really big on old Chevys and Fords from the 60s. I wished I wouldn't have got rid of Heather's Nova, but I did about 4 or 5 years ago. I hope to get her another one. She wants a Falcon really bad, they're not that badly priced, but I got to wait till this economy does something, because it's been brutal, so for the last 4 or 5 years, it's been rough. So Heather's not getting one soon, sadly, unless I fall backwards into some money. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't want to fall backwards at my age and get hurt. But okay, folks, I got to rock and roll, because I'll be honest, I'm hungry. And we've been in here almost an hour and a half. So I appreciate all of you. I really do. And thank you for the donations tonight. Tuned down a pipe can smoke the last gen STI. Oh, that I believe that. There's no doubt. I have a 64 F111 too. Oh, wow. Now that is awesome, Chris. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I want another old car for her. I feel bad. I love the 60s cars just like James does. But I'm going to rock and roll. Peace to all you. God bless you. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. This weather's really bad, and I know probably 75% of you are getting hit with it. So I'll see you next week at 8 p.m. Eastern. Watch the upcoming video this week, and I hope you all enjoy the new one. I'm going to try to squeeze in the dash one. I will get that hard start reload up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'll make a very close-up and intense video as I try to do my best, so it makes it easy, because that's how I learn, and that's how I fix things. So love y'all. God bless. I will see you next week. Peace to you all.